called OwlPeek. And one word. It's by Susan Yeo. It's a very clever pattern, and I had to have some silly fun with it, so I did. I will show you how this is done, and this is a variation, okay? But still, essentially, it is OwlPeek. Got our supplies. Let's grab our paper here so that we can put this fun pattern on here. Okay, so this is the way it goes. Make a big X or small. Your choice. Size is not the big deal here. What is the big deal is I like to cut off the top and cut off the bottom of the X, and you see mine are different sizes, and that's not a problem. This is a very flexible pattern, as you saw from my sample. Okay, we're going to put this pattern, another pattern that's a Zentangle pattern called Munchin, in the middle of each of these triangles. So fun and so easy. I love this. Just fun to have something after. It's a different kind of a challenge, that's for sure. I've seen some of these on some of my colleagues' papers that look like all stacked up high, and that's very fun of an idea too. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start here in the middle, and we're going to make a big orb, but we're not going to close it. Watch. I'm going to come around, and kind of I actually call it more like a printemps. Like that. Isn't it fun? It's so silly. Okay, let's do the other direction. Only seriously, this goes this way, this goes this way. That's called brain yoga right there, and it's very important to us that we do this as often as we can. And that is her funny OwlPeek eyes. I'm going to come off here like this, here, and I'm going to try to connect the dots. Okay, so let me show you what I did with this, because including that silly fun that I had there, I also had a lot of fun here. Look how she is hiding into this spot here. It's just so clever. I used the sides to morph my tangle from this one into this one and down, which is a very fun concept, okay? So let's get to work on our poem. I have some things designed that I want to do in some of these areas, and this crazy thing isn't quite going to work, but I do want to use this corner here for my OwlPeek. So I'm going to start by making an X and make it go from here and go beyond and complete the X. I can see already that's going to be a little low, but I don't think it matters. I do not think it matters at all. Close off the top. The bottom is already closed off, although you could redefine your line here. And then make that fun little Munchin pattern. Working and talking, as you know, is not always easy. I'm going to darken in here a little bit. Look how I'm putting these little flicks. You don't have to do that, but what it means is that I don't have to get my shading in here. My blender, I'll get my blender stump in for something else a little bit and my pencil, but not for that area. And I do think that that's kind of fun, that kind of shading once in a while. So this is very, very relaxing. Okay, now we're going to take a minute and put the one that goes this way, the orb or printemps that goes around, and this time I'm going to close it a little differently like that. And this time I'm going to start up here, you see, just up here. Come around and close. Now on my sample, I did some fun things, and I really feel like doing that on here, just being a little fun and extending this And I can fill them in with something a little bit different. I really do like that idea of filling them in with the tiny little whisker shapes. You know what's even more fun is to do every other one, to darken every other one. But that's your call, okay? I'd like this to come out even with this. So I'm going to put my line here first. And then I'm going to connect top and bottom. And I know that this is going to connect here. I'd like to put a couple more aura lines around this cute little OwlPeek pattern, peeking out at you and me. If you have room, it would be fun to go over each other, wouldn't it? Like to have us, like a teepee on top of each other. I guess if I was you, I'd practice that before I'd put it on here, but I still do think it's kind of fun to do this way. Okay, we do need some wonderful shading on this sweet little piece. So grab your pencil, and where I'd suggest you'd shade is right in here, and you see I'm kind of trying to stay away from that pattern, and you'll be able to see it better on here. See how I'm staying away from the wall of the pattern? And then I want to put some shading on the inside here. And here. Shade here. And here. And as we talked, we really don't need any elaboration of shading in there. Okay, blender stump time. Push. You see how I'm letting the graphite radiate out, and the graphite that I have already on my blender stump certainly helps, because it gets lighter as you go. And this I want to have kind of soften. So a circular motion will serve me well in here. I'm pushing this so that I have the dark line closest. I want that. But then you see how it diffuses in. See how that changes that up? It's so pretty. I love it. I hope you do too. Oh, I know you do, or you wouldn't be here, right? So thank you for that, friends. Thank you for checking back and seeing what Emmy's got going on. Push that up. You don't have hardly anything here, but you might have enough left on your blender stump to get a little more, so that you have light in here and then dark here and dark here. That's your goal. So that's my cute little pattern for today. I hope you enjoyed OwlPeek Day 26. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.